Hello and welcome to Ringside. I'm Rob, this is Maddy from the Easy Degree, and we've already given you our shit.
Spiel.
We've already given you our views on WrestleMania and Monday Night Raw, but now it's time for the final one of the trio, Smackdown Live, the first one after WrestleMania. Again, usually full of twists, turns, surprise entrances, surprise appearances, title matches nobody asked for. It's all here on Smackdown Live.
The recognized symbol of excellence in sports entertainment.
Wasn't quite as exciting as Raw, I'd say.
No, it wasn't. Monday Night Raw has always been the big one for the shocks, and Smackdown Live just kind of carries the momentum.
The first call of order of SmackDown Live was Kofi and the New Day coming out to celebrate Kofi's career, but unfortunately they were interrupted by the Bar. They came down and said Kofi should be grateful that they interrupted his match last night as Seth was kicking his ass and he would have taken his championship. They said they were protecting SmackDown so they could still have a champion.
Well, what happened next is they said they'd brought a friend for a six-man tag team match with the New Day, and along came the Scottish psychopath, Drew McIntyre, fresh out of getting the shit beaten out of him by a leukemia survivor.
They were challenged to a six-man match at the end of SmackDown Live. I very much enjoyed Big E going, "Yeah, sure, but you got your math wrong. There's only 5 of us."
And also, in probably the most terrifying thing I've seen on Monday Night Raw or SmackDown, Big E did the splits twice.
Oh, that made me really uncomfortable.
Like, incredible flexibility, but it's like I was expecting his entire body to split in half at any second. Anyway, speaking of six-man tag team matches, there was another one between Ricochet, Aleister Black, and Mustafa Ali. I forgot who the others were. I feel so bad for them. Against Shinsuke Nakamura, Rusev, and Andrade Cien Almas.
I watched this today and I forgot it was Andrade.
I feel so bad for the three of them. They are great talents, and I somehow completely forgot.
Andrade has always been one of my favourites since NXT, and even I forget he's in a fun match.
Anyway, the match ended with the win from Mustafa Ali, and as he celebrated in the ring, out of nowhere came Randy Orton with an RKO, who pretty much then just walked immediately up the ramp. Rusev looks all confused from the ring when out of nowhere comes Kevin Owens, who kicks him and delivers a stunner, and also fucks off. I don't know what was going on in this match.
It's the superstar shakeup. Anything can happen, Rob.
Yeah, SmackDown stars attacking each other. Who would have thought?
Carmella and R-Truth were in the ring celebrating Carmella's win at the Women's Battle Royal, but they were interrupted by...
Samoa Joe.
They were interrupted by Samoa Joe, who came down to talk about how he choked out Rey Mysterio in less than a minute and he could do it to any other superstar. Carmella fucks right off, sensibly enough, and he beats the shit out of R-Truth.
Poor R-Truth, he was the US champion,
Yeah,
Danny. He deserves
was.
more.
He beat both of them. But then, who else would come out but Raw's own Braun Strowman, who comes down to beat the crap out of Samoa Joe. They brawl around, and then Joe escapes up the ramp.
Probably a smart move.
Probably a very smart move.
I mean, I'll be honest. Samoa Joe versus Braun Strowman was one of those matches I didn't realize I wanted until I saw it right there. The Monster Among Men versus the Samoan Submission Machine. That will be great.
It would be more interesting than most of Braun's matches, but that's mostly because Samoa Joe's there.
Yes, I was about to say, it's the right talent, I think, to bring out the best of Braun.
Yeah.
I'm really hoping this does get turned into a match. We had a replay of that very bizarre box buzzard promo.
Was it the same promo?
Pretty much, yeah. I did realise second time watching it, though, that he might be laughing or he might be coughing. I'm not really sure. The box was full of smoke, so I don't know. Carbon dioxide inhalation is one hell of a drug.
I assumed he was laughing.
Anyway, maybe Buzzard Bray Wyatt. We're still not sure. Hopefully we'll find out next week.
It's so shit. I can't believe they're doing this to Bray again.
He might not be. It
No,
could be.
you know it's going to be absolute shite. The Iconics are feeling happy about their fresh win at WrestleMania, and they come down to the ring to announce that they can talk the talk and walk the walk. They say they're going to be good fighting champs, and they're going to defend their tag team championships against any and all, really. And they announce local jobbers, the Brixton Bells? Brooklyn Bells.
Because they were in Brooklyn, Maddy. Also, local jobbers, how dare you? They have a 45-0 win streak, Maddy.
Oh, do they now? 45-0.
They definitely do,
They
and
definitely
that is
did.
definitely not a lie.
Definitely not a lie. Well, even if it was 45-0, it's not anymore, as the Iconics beat the crap out of the local jobbers.
R.I.P. the streak.
And of course, Paige was creepily watching from backstage, as you do.
It was nice to see Paige again. It's been the first time in a fair few months since she got fired as the general manager of SmackDown, actually.
I can't remember why she got fired.
Because they decided they didn't want general managers anymore. Remember, we are the authority.
Of course.
Yeah, after the match, Paige was put into a surprise interview where she announced that next week she'll be bringing a new tag team to Smackdown Live. It is the Superstar Shake-Up, so yeah, we're presumably going to see a brand new team on the blue brand. Looking forward to it.
So there was a match announced on social media of the Usos versus the Hardy Boys for the Tag Team Championships. And in a surprise win, the Hardy Boys are now your new Smack Team Champions.
Smackdown Tag Team Tampons. The celebrating Hardys were then attacked by returning newcomer Lars Sullivan, who, again, beat the shit out of both of them and delivered another flying headbutt to Matt Hardy.
Yeah, it's a good showing for Lars. Both Raw and SmackDown. I wonder where he'll go. What's your bet?
I think we're going to see him probably on Raw.
I think Raw. He seems like a Raw guy.
He does. And he's wearing red shorts. That's a hint. An insider hint for all of you there.
No, it's
If it goes to Raw, technically I'm right.
So Becky returns to SmackDown to celebrate her win on her own home brand. She's very happy to be Becky Two Belts, as she calls her, or the Champ. She comes out to talk about the attack of Lacey Evans yesterday on Monday Night Raw, and surprise, surprise, Lacey comes out to sneak attack her again. She gives her a huge woman's right and then fucks off without any repercussions. So
Classic
good
Lacey
job,
Evans.
Lacey.
And just prior to the main event, Sami Zayn made his first appearance since returning from injury on SmackDown Live before looking around and just deciding that the crowd weren't worth it. And went backstage again.
The fucking booze he got there.
Fantastic stuff.
In a fun 3 versus 3 match, the New Day taking another victory over the Bar and Drew McIntyre.
Eagle-eyed viewers may have noticed that Drew McIntyre mysteriously disappeared during this match. It turns out that he actually did fuck off during one of the TV breaks, so people would forget he was there when the Bar lost.
If you're that worried about fucking over Drew,
Then don't put him in the match.
don't make him lose all of his matches.
Well, I actually had an idea about this. If they wanted to keep Drew looking strong, like all he needed to do is, like, the moment it became clear that he was going to lose, he just turns on the Bar and beats
Yeah,
the
just
shit out of
beat
them.
the shit out of the Bar. That's much more satisfying.
That brought SmackDown Live to a close, and this means that that's the last set of shows we'll be seeing until the Superstar Shake-Up.
Exciting.
Yeah, coming this Monday and Tuesday. For those of you not in the know, the Superstar Shake-Up is going to be the big event where it's all change. Wrestlers can go literally anywhere, except for down, technically. Which means that we might well be seeing some very new faces on Raw and SmackDown. I actually have a couple of predictions coming up for this one. I think they've been hinting who they want to move where. I think we're going to see Drew McIntyre move to SmackDown Live, and he's going to be our first big opponent for Kofi Kingston. We're going to see Braun Strowman move to SmackDown, and he's going to be our first big opponent for Samoa Joe. And I think we'll see Lars Sullivan to Raw.
I think we might have AJ move to Raw.
Yeah?
Also, apparently Tyler Breeze might be moving to NXT.
Yes, I've heard that there might be some moving down this time around. And speaking of NXT, I think we know who the mysterious tag team that's going to be moving up.
Well, there aren't that many of them.
No, but I think it's going to be the Queen of the Sky, Io Shirai, and the Pirate Princess, Kairi Sane. The Sky Pirates on a main brand.
I don't think it's going to be a proper debut because Io hasn't been there that long.
No, she hasn't been, but Kairi Sane has definitely been. She was NXT Women's Champ for a fair while.
Kairi could move up easily, but Io's only been there less than a year, I think.
That's very true. So, keep an eye out next week and you'll see, the results of the Superstar Shake-Up. We'll be here to give you all the news. I've been Rob, this is Maddie. Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching Ringside. And we hope we haven't put you off wrestling.